All right. We're going to use the Thanksgiving slate to draft. We've each put in one Ethereum each, right? One Bitcoin each for the prize pool. No?
Oh,
Okay.
only one? Okay, I didn't know. I thought it was 100, but okay,
yeah.
it's fine.
Still mining here. Still mining.
Yeah.
Still mining. Okay. Here's the rules, guys. We're each going to pick one quarterback from the Thanksgiving slate. We're going to pick one running back, two receivers, one tight end, one flex, one kicker, one defense. That's 8 players. We have the snake order set up with third round reversal. Tight ends are going to get double PPR. Everyone else is single PPR. Prize pool is $160 to first. It's money back, $20 to second. And if you come in last place, you double your money. You get $40. That's to keep you interested when you're in the bottom 2 or 3 for that 8 o'clock game. As far as quarterbacks, you pick a quarterback, you have that quarterback. For some reason, if that quarterback gets swapped out, let's talk about Tommy DeVito for a second here. If he gets not benched in game, but if they swap him out before a game start, I will give you Drew Lock. You get that. But if you get injury in game or benched in game, you get what you get. We're going to do the same rule for the kickers. Anyone else, any position player, you take at your own risk. Jake Ferguson, if you draft him and he misses another game for concussion, you're taking the goose egg. We'll meet our drafters real quick. We'll say hello, and then we'll get started right away. Jared Smola, Draft Sharks. Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Almost happy to be back. This is one of my favorite days of the year, Alan. Love doing this with you guys.
Yeah, you've been here since the inaugural one. For somehow, man, we need some easy money in the draft, which is why we brought you in.
I'm always like 4th or 5th, never quite bad enough to get that pity payout, but
exactly that is the grand prize right there. Scott Connor, Destination Debbie, first time drafter on the Thanksgiving slate.
Glad to be here. Happy holidays to everybody listening. This should be fun. I said earlier that Alan didn't invite me in years past, so the competition has gotten weaker. So, Jared, you might actually have a chance to finish top 3 this year.
Thank you.
I love the self-deprecation. Last year's champion and returning champion is Bob Harris, football guys. Hello, Bob.
Hello. How's everyone doing? It's like I feel like I do this every year. Like availability is the best ability, or at least mine. So I think I always show up with Jared.
All right. Good to see Bob. He's been a staple as well. Newcomer to the Thanksgiving slate is Jax Falcone, the Undroppables. Welcome to the crew.
Thanks for having me. I'm going for last.
All right. I mean, there is a badge of honor there. And former partner of RotoWire. Liz, why did they fire you again? Why did you leave the company?
Embezzlement.
Yeah. All right. So without any further ado, Jared, you have the first pick.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna I don't know, maybe go off the board here. I have no idea what you guys are thinking, but I'm gonna take Jahmyr Gibbs. Mostly for the chance that David Montgomery does not play in this game.
Yeah,
I think if Montgomery does not play, that Gibbs gets almost all the work against what's really a bad Bears. We like to use the word funnel here. Big time run funnel defense, pretty strong against the pass, bad against the run. I think we know how the Lions are going to attack in this game.
All right. No, I on the thumbnail, I actually put Jahmyr Gibbs as the 101, thinking he might be the first pick. All right, Scott, you're up.
Oh, man. Well, kind of threw me for a loop because I thought you were going to go a different way, Jared. So it's going to change my approach here. And I am going to fade quarterback only because I was thinking of taking a quarterback if Jared took one, not to give away my strategy, but I am going to pivot to another teammate of Jahmyr Gibbs, and I'll take Amon-Ra St. Brown with my first pick.
Okay. You got to actually click the button. It's self-service here.
Yep. I will lock it in. Done.
All right. Bob Harris, returning champ. You're up.
I'll go ahead and take the first tight end off the board, Jonnu Smith, as soon as I figure out how to do it. Yes. Wow.
Bob, these controls are a little different than my fantasy league.
You know my lane.
Yeah. Jax Falcone, the Undroppables, 4th slot. Who you got?
I thought it was 5th. No,
5th slot. Oh, I'm up. I have the 4th.
Alan
slot.
Just skipping himself.
Yeah, he's going for last.
All right. I am going to take. I don't know what you guys are thinking here. I'm going to take Jordan Love because that is the way you play in this style league. There you go. Jack,
oh boy. Oh my God, I'm terrible. Let's do. Okay, I'm gonna go with Devon A-Chain.
All right.
Ooh, okay.
Very interesting. Well, we only got okay. Liz, you're up for the double pick.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs and Malik Neighbors.
All right.
So how do
Homer
I
pick.
draft?
So you got to.
Well, they were. He was complaining about not getting any targets, and Dable, instead of criticizing him for complaining, basically said he's right. So I think they're going to give him a lot of targets. How do I do this though? I got to figure this out. Here's Jacobs. I'm clicking on Jacobs.
Click on the plus sign. Here, I'll do it for you, but you got to figure out the next one. There's Jacobs. Now
Okay.
click. Yeah, go
Neighbors.
into.
Oh, here's the plus. Here we go. Okay, got
All
it.
right.
Figured that out. Yep.
By the way, this format list was inspired by the radio show used to do. We used to do this on the air, so we've taken it to YouTube, and it's exploded in popularity, as you can tell.
Yeah, I can tell.
Jax, you're up.
Let's do. I'm between two players. My goodness. We're gonna stack it. We're gonna take Tua.
Okay, I like that.
That's what I thought you would do. Nice pick.
Thank you, sir.
Shooting for upside, right?
Bingo. Shootout.
All right. I am going to take. So I'm
Good luck stacking the Packers receivers.
Yeah, and I'm not. It's that's going to be rough. I just thought about that as I didn't give the draft too much thought, but I am going to say I think CD Lamb's going to have a big day here with Trey Lance as the quarterback halfway through.
So good.
All right, you're up, Bob Harris.
Let's see here. I think I'll cement in my quarterback and go with Chicago's Caleb Williams.
Wow.
There you go.
That lines up perfect for my boy Scott.
Well, I was thinking Bob was going to take Jared Goff, and I would just lock in Caleb, and I'm going to end up having to take. There's going to be plenty of Caleb stack options available, so I actually might have preferred that. But you know what? You let Goff fall into my lap, Jared. I'm sorry, you're going to have to pick between whoever's left at quarterback, but I will take Jared Goff. You got to.
Yeah, you can't have one of those other two quarter. Actually, you never know. You never know, but
I don't think there's a huge gap between the quarterbacks on this slate, which might be crazy. I just think that Giants Cowboys game might be like ugly fun, where the defenses are just bad enough where both DeVito and Cooper Rush can score. I don't know,
and
16,
you can wait till the
18.
very end too, right?
That is
Exactly.
the strategy. That's the strategy.
Yeah.
You wait till the very end. Everybody's using a second round pick. You use a last round pick.
I am not spending the 2-6 on either of those quarterbacks, though. I'm going to go with
Jared. Just keep in mind that it's 3RR, so this is your last pick for. Okay.
Yep. Got it. Yep. I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill. Man, I was all over him last week in DFS, and of course, it was the big Jalen Waddle game. But I still think Hill is the guy there. I think he bounces back.
All right. Jackson and I were just.
Did we do third round reversal in this?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I didn't realize. I totally didn't know that. So it's my pick, huh?
I would not expect you to have read the rules even while coming on the stream.
Chris, would that have changed your strategy of taking a quarterback if you knew you were going to pick here versus back around?
Yeah, if I could have taken Tua and gotten a
Thank
second.
God you didn't read the rules.
I might have taken Tua here actually, because Neighbors might have made it back. Actually, he never would have made it back the regular way. All right, I will go ahead. Ooh, there's one. No, I can't do it. There's two choices. I'll take Waddle. I'll take Jalen Waddle.
All right.
Boy.
Are you able to push the button? Okay, you have figured it out.
Already did.
There you go.
Got it.
That's rough, man. I had Waddle and Hill. I mean, right there for my triple stack, and now
go for Odell.
He's still. Wait, Odell's there?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was tough. I was
Jalen
like,
Wright.
one of them.
Right.
One of them. Yeah, no, guys, you guys are really helpful. Not gonna lie.
Jalen wrong.
Sheesh.
Jalen wrong.
Oh, that totally changes everything.
We got our first tilt of the day right now.
Yeah, just the both of them getting snapped there. All right, let's do. We got to go upside, and we're not going to see anything like this later. We're gonna just swing with Sam Laporta.
Okay. like
gonna
that.
That's who I was thinking about. That's who I said I couldn't do it. I did it once in draft season, and I couldn't do it here.
I mean, yeah, it's you guys just double sniped me. It was very well done.
Bob, last year in the chat, I think like by my third vodka in on Thanksgiving, I was calling you inappropriate names in the chat. I won't do that again this year. Thank you for coming back. It shows that you have forgiveness in your heart.
I do.
For this one though, I'm trying to make it so let's see, who can I pick that Bob Harris will be pissed off at?
Yeah.
I am
obviously based on my first two picks. I don't care.
I am going to try to win it all with Jamison Williams right here. I think that could be a 0, or it could be how I win it single-handedly. Let's see. It's tough to pick these. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to do a draft like this, before you go, Bob, on RotoWire.com, we put up Thanksgiving rankings. Jim Coventry put them up. So he ranks all the players for the slate and all this other different stuff. List, in the days you were there, did you do the Thanksgiving rankings, or you
Sometimes I did it. Sometimes I farmed it out. But I was looking for those today because I was lazy. I was just going to use the rankings, and I couldn't find them.
Yeah, he's late putting them up. Thorne didn't get them up. All right, Bob, you're up.
Yes, I am.
All right, you got it. Come on, Bob, you're a radio man. You got to talk to the pick.
I'll start my stacking here. I think if I ended up with any of the 3 wide receivers for Chicago, I'd be perfectly happy. Moore seems to have really come on the last 2 weeks. Not coincidentally, I think with Thomas Brown, who I owe a great apology to. I basically, when the change came, said if we all think there's going to be material changes to this offense, we're kidding ourselves. Well, Thomas Brown, I am sorry. There have been material changes. The ball's coming out of Caleb Williams' hands faster. They're running more, but they're being more effective as a receiving unit as well.
Bob, who do you think is going to be the next coach of the Bears?
I'm trying to think of the worst possible option because that's their usual direction. I don't know. There's a lot
Josh
of
McDaniels.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
What was the guy with the pencil behind his ear? The Belichick disciple?
Patricia.
Trisha. Yeah, that should be it.
Yep.
All right.
Mangini.
That'd be a resurrection.
Scott Connor, you're up, man.
I got some trauma with this pick, but if anybody remembers, 3 years ago, I got knocked out in a FFPC main event semifinal by this player leaving the Thanksgiving game early against the team that he will be playing tomorrow, going against his former team. So I'm taking DeAndre Swift with this pick.
What happened to Swift the year he got knocked out, you're saying?
He got injured when he was playing the Bears when he played for the Lions, 2021.
All right.
Shoulder injury. It's plagued him his whole career. So hopefully he has one of his spike weeks like he's known to do. 5 spike weeks this year and 4 duds or 5 duds. So hopefully tomorrow's a good one for him, or Thursday's a good one for him.
Scott, where do you think Belichick's going to end up next year coaching? Just curious.
Ugh.
Jacksonville, right?
That'd be my guess if you had to pick a favorite, but I'm still under the impression that he may not. It's not a guarantee that he coaches.
All right. Fair enough.
That's right.
Jared, you're up for 2.
All right, I'm going to take the first pick. I'm going to go Keenan Allen. Not a fun pick, but he's actually leading the Bears in targets over the last 2 games since Thomas Brown took over. So I'm going to go Keenan, and then I'm going to take Rico Dowdle. He's controlling that Cowboys backfield at this point. They're actually home favorites on Thanksgiving, decent implied total. So it's about as good of a spot as Dowdle's going to get the rest of the season.
Dynamic backfield of the Cowboys. Good. You're back up, Scott Connor.
Jared kind of forced my hand. I was going to pass, but running backs are getting scarce. So I am going to take Tyrone Tracy with this pick.
All right.
And done.
All right, Bob, back to you. You already have Jonnu, Caleb, and DJ Moore.
Would have loved for Tracy or Dowdle to make it back to me, but I'll take the chance. I think David Montgomery's going to play. He says he's going to play. That's been the indication. So said he could have come back to the game if he doesn't, I might be hosed unless Jonnu Smith truly delivers.
Okay, so I am up here, and the running back pool is not looking good. So I will, to say the least.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep. So this could obviously be a 0, or it could be something again that helps me out. I'm going to take Tucker Kraft to pair with with Jordan Love, and not happy about that pick at all. But there we go. All right, Jax Falcone, you are up, and you've already started with Achane, Tua, and Laporta.
Yeah. I really like the way this is falling to me. I've got a few different options to go with. I am going to play max upside, I guess. Let's go with Jaden Reed.
That was who I was going to take.
Real quick, Jax, who do you think Mike Vrabel is going to coach for next year? I'm on this coaching thing right now, by the way, guys. Sorry.
I haven't really thought about it, but where should he go? He should go. I just thought of this.
New York Jets.
Giants.
Oh, God.
Giants. There you go.
Maybe the Giants.
I want to get Vrabel. Vrabel's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to think about that. I'm going to give you an answer in a minute.
All right. Liz,
Cincinnati.
Ooh, everyone wants him.
Cincinnati.
You have a coach. You have a coach in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. They're set up
for the
life.
next 6 weeks. Yes. Bring the Ohio guy back.
All right.
I was going to take Jaden Reed, and I got sniped by one pick, so that's that. I think I'm going to take Rome Odunze as my first pick, and then as my second pick, I'm going to take the Cowboy. What's that? Oh,
you got to click that button.
Then, okay, all right. But I can talk while I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
you sure
so
can.
I got to find Odunze.
Let the man cook.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta find him here though.
You can type him into the search.
There I got it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take the Dallas kicker, Aubrey.
Okay.
So
Pop it in there.
we got it's NFFC kicking scoring, right? You get like the big distance kicks, right?
I believe so. I would have to double check.
Whatever. I'm taking him anyway. I already taken him, so
yeah.
As a matter of principle, I'm taking him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of things. Number one, I did think about a team that could really use a coach like Mike Vrabel, and that would be the Tennessee Titans. They could maybe dip their toes in the water with a leader like that. And then I'm going to go double upside here, and I love that Christian Watson's still staring me in the face. Dubs is probably out. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. He's playing. He's going to be fine. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah, that was my pick. Okay, now
it's not.
You retilted, right? No, it is definitely not. You retilted me right there. I am going to. Okay, I like that. List always goes for that kicker early, so
only with like a world class kicker. You got to have a world class kicker,
Right.
Well, I'm the master of taking the kicker, so I will take Bates as the master.
Look at you go.
Master Bates.
There you go. All right. So I'm going to take set player. Let's see if he's on here. Does it even come up like that? Okay, kicker.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Back to Bob Harris.
I believe this is the point. If Andy Behrens were here, he would say he would wait for this pick, and when I made it, he would say, going with a unique and no good player strategy.
Hey, nothing wrong with Wandell, right?
That's your first good pick, Bob.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been counting on you.
Now, given the receiver pools getting depleted, that was actually my next pick. So you sniped me, Bob. I'm going to take probably the one tight end left that I trust. I'm going to go with another Bear. I'm starting to subject myself into.
Oh yeah, this is going to be pain.
I mean, Cole Kmet and DeAndre Swift on the same team. None of them are one of the top 3 options on the team. That's not a great strategy, but I'll go with Cole Kmet with this pick.
All right. We'll take it. Put him in there. And then, Jared, you're up for 2.
Okay, I'm going to take Theo Johnson as my tight end, even less exciting than Cole Kmet, but he does have 6 targets in 3 straight games now. Coming on, playing plenty. So, Theo, welcome to the team. And then I'm going to take the first defense. I'm going to go Lions defense. I was
debating the defense and the kicker myself. So
yeah, I think you get like 40 dropbacks out of Caleb.
Okay,
Thursday, so some upside there.
So right now through 5 rounds, guys? Jared, you have Gibbs, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen. For those just listening, Rico Dowdle, Theo Johnson, and Detroit defense. Scott Connor, you're up with Amon-Ra St. Brown and Goff stack, Swift and Tracy as your single running back and flex, and Cole Kmet. You are receiver needy at this point.
I am. I'm going to go with probably one of the last receivers that I like because I think I can get one more Actually, I don't need one more. I need a kicker and a defense. So I'm going to go Dontavian Wicks. If Dobbs is going to miss, let's roll with Wicks.
Nice. I had him. I mean, that's
Yeah.
talk about a
Good
0 or a 30, right? That's exactly that guy that could do it. All right. I don't
Like
mind
Christian Watson, right?
Yep.
Same thing. Same thing. All right, Bob, you're up. You have Jonnu Smith, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, David Montgomery, and Wandell.
Well, thanks. So I think I got all Jared's running back touchdowns with Montgomery. I might as well get all Mr. Connor's running back touchdowns with Roshan Johnson, right? That seems
Go
uncalled
for it. All right. I am going to take the Giants defense here. I have them as my second ranked defense on the day after Detroit. That pick six is just too valuable in these with the fumble six. And I'm hoping we see a little Trey Lance as well, because that'll assure pick six. All right. You are up, Jax. You have Achane, Tua, Laporta, and 2 Packer receivers in Reed and Watson.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just attacking that Miami Green Bay game, which should be the scoring game of the week. Add in Laporta as my tight end and a double tight end premium, and I get the defense going against Tommy DeVito. My goodness, this just send me the money right now.
Who's living near like the
It's
traffic
me.
jam?
It's me. I
Okay.
had to open the window because I'm smoking a cigar. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know why these guys are so honky. I mean, come on, man. It's
Excuse me.
No,
No,
it's no
no, no
shower
racist,
there.
no racist terms from
I
the '70s
feel
on the show.
targeted.
you guys should. You really should. It was directed at you guys.
Yeah, no honky.
So, all right. So here we go. So, Jesus Christ. So, all right. I'm going to take. Well, the
Professional.
problem is,
Holiday
like,
spirit.
now that like the point is, there's nothing. It doesn't really matter what I do. So I'm going to take the. I'll take the Packers defense because they're favored. Even though I do think Miami's going to be okay this game. I'll take the Packers defense. Someone's getting into a fight, I think, outside. I got to stop and check it out. And then I'm going to take the. I'll take just. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I don't care about the QB. So I'm going to take Schoonmaker, the Dallas tight end.
Okay.
I gotta find him. I gotta type him in because he's going to be very far down.
At very minimum, he'll play, right? I mean, and then you have.
Well, no,
upside.
he's actually been all right the last couple of weeks, but
Yep.
I don't think Ferguson's playing. I think he's still concussed.
I think he will not play.
Okay. All right, Jax, you're up.
All right. I'm between a couple of players here. Give me boy, it's really hard to pick wide receivers who play with quarterbacks who are terrible. It really is. It's hard to do. I am going to go with one of 2 people, and I'm filibustering right now as I speak. Give me Darius Slayton.
Yeah. It's almost harder to pick
So
when there's
hard.
no clock, right? 'Cause
Yes.
I kind of agree with that.
Oh my God, that is the upside pick of the 6th, 7th round, whatever it is. My goodness, talk about choosing between some real rubbers.
Well, he goose egged last week.
I know he's due.
Yep. All right, I am trying to figure out what I want to do here at running back. It doesn't look good, so I may just go to another receiver. I have been crossing. Oh man, yeah, it does get ugly, doesn't it?
Alan, congratulations! You have the $40 locked up.
Oh, what an insult! I am going to maybe Turpin gets another crazy
That was
play.
a good pick.
You're going for the
I
kick
don't know.
return touchdown in this one.
Yep.
That's desperate.
He forgot to mention it's Scott Fishbowl returning.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Alan's changing that last minute to get himself back in the mix.
Right.
I just got an alert. Some settings were changed.
Exactly. I've been known to do that, just so you know.
I think he didn't do it last week, but Jordan Love has been throwing a lot of interceptions. A lot of interceptions.
Don't do it, Bob.
And I've
Don't
heard
do it.
Christian Watson, he doesn't catch all the passes thrown his
Don't
way,
do it.
perhaps creating opportunities. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Miami Dolphins D. All right.
You sniped me.
Ah,
The perfect setup would have been not to have to eat my first 2 picks with the defense going against them, but I'm gonna have to go. I think the Bears are the only ones left, so I
They
can
are.
pass on the Bears. Let's see. What are the kickers left? We got, I think, 4 different kickers here.
Lions kickers off. You got the you have Green Bay kicker. Miami kicker.
Ooh. All right. We're gonna go with Jason Sanders.
Okay. It's Miami kicker. To Scott Connor. Jared, final 2 picks.
Yep, I'll take the kicker on the other side of that game, McManus.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my last pick, I'm gonna take the quarterback you guys left on the board that's thrown for 600 yards over the last 2 weeks.
And
seems all right.
There you go. Yeah, Cooper Rush. He hasn't been terrible for fantasy. So just stick with us. We'll do a quick review at the end, and we'll get you guys out of here in record time. Scott Connor, you're up.
Have to take the Bears D. It's a rule. So hopefully Goff throws another 5 picks and somehow also manages 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Don't hate that.
Perfect game script.
I hope he was only kicking extra points.
There you go. Bob Harris takes Cairo Santos, Chicago kicker. I'm up. I need a running back, guys. So I'm picking from all backup running backs.
Woof.
I know it's bad.
This is why you wait on the QB and fill in your running back wide receiver.
Exactly. Yep. That's a good point. Unless Jordan Love has another big Thanksgiving game and won it. I think he had 4 touchdowns last Thanksgiving, something like that. Do I have that right, or am I forgetting?
It's all interceptions this year. Is what
all
I'm
interceptions.
told.
Okay. Did
A lot of
Devin
handoffs to Jacobs.
Did Devin Singletary have a touchdown last week, guys?
He did. It was a punishment. It was a punishment, and I think Tyrone Tracy has learned his lesson, though.
No, you can't. He's in. Let's hope he's still in fumble jail, and I get Singletary touchdown. I'll take my 6 points and go home. All right, you're up, Jax. Final pick.
I guess I get whoever the kicker is. I don't even know who that is.
What team?
I don't
is
know
it?
who the Giants kicker is either. Who's the Giants kicker?
Giants kicker right now is Graham Gano.
Yeah.
Oh, Gano's back.
Whoever the kicker is,
Gano is back.
So just put in Gano, and if it's someone else, we'll.
Do some internet sleuthing here. I'll find him. He's in here.
Gano.
Okay, that's helpful.
In the search in the player pool, just hit on kick. Yep.
Boom.
And
all right.
Final pick.
Danny DeVito is my pick. So
nice.
As it should be. The last pick of the draft.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to go through each person. You're going to say who you think has the best team, who you think has the worst team. It's one good thing that you're working on that you want everybody to know about, and we'll get out. Start with Jared. Best team.
I'm not going to call anyone out for having the worst team. I honestly would have to look at these longer to go. I want to shout out Bob. I want to shout out Bob for taking Jonnu Smith though at 3 because by our projections, he's actually projected to be the highest scoring non-quarterback on the slate with the 2 PPR. So I wasn't going to take him at 1.
You gave me a good idea. Best pick, worst pick of the whole board. So not a team, and then something you're working on. So you already called out Bob for the best pick. What's the worst pick? You got to do it.
I think all you guys that took the quarterbacks in the top 2 rounds. I think that was bad.
Yep. All right, that's fair. All right. Scott Connor, best. Oh, and also Jared, what's something that you want everyone to pay attention to that you're working on?
I'm just grinding away on the weekly projections for Draft Sharks. They're up for week 13 already, including all these Thanksgiving games. So if you're, building lineups or drafting elsewhere, they're ready to go.
And I'll give you a little shout out too. That what's the name of the document you put out on Sunday after the games that comes to my email box?
It's like this is Sunday night recap, breaking down the injuries and some early looks at potential free agent.
Yeah, that stuff. Not only is that good for people that play fantasy, it's good for content creators. I use that when I help it's my first look when I'm creating my list for my Monday videos. So thank you for that. I love that.
Saturday watch list too.
Saturday watch list, the walkthrough that he does.
Walkthrough, yeah.
I love that. See, all right, Scott Connor, you up? Best pick of the draft, worst pick of the draft, and then something you're working on that you want people to know.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Jax for taking Jaden Reed. Now, it's a boomer bust pick, but I think relative to where the other receivers went, I could see him being the one we look back and saying this was one of his 27-point weeks, and you got him in the 4th round. And I hate to pick on Chris, but Malik Neighbors at 201. That feels very risky relative to a lot of the other receivers that were out there. So it could work. He could get
Okay,
the
now we need to have a
overcorrection.
We need to have a revisit episode after Thanksgiving now that he said that.
Hey, I don't think it's an indictment on Malik Neighbors. I just think relative to the other receivers and given the way that it's trended with him, it's a risky pick. Knowing that you even said if you would have known it was third round reversal, you might have done it differently. So you kind of already outed yourself on that.
Hey, and by the way, Scott, you already took my worst pick. I was going to pick that one too. So now I have to think of something else. So that's 2 votes for Liz's pick. All right. Something you're working on right now that you want everybody to know about, Scott.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm mostly a dynasty guy, but obviously dynasty has started to merge into the season-long game because dynasty is now a week-to-week game. Believe it or not, people are reacting quicker and I think more reactive than ever to dynasty, and I think they're starting to merge together. So I'm working on hopefully a new tool at DD Fantasy here very soon that is actually going to embrace this. It's probably going to be one of the first that's been on the dynasty market that essentially abandons a lot of the mythical long-term value that dynasty supposedly has always had, because I just don't really think that's a thing anymore. So look forward to that probably in the spring or early summer sometime, and it'll be something that's probably not out there anymore. So looking forward to getting to work on that as the season winds down. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, me too. And Scott knows I'm a premium member in his Discord. I love the conversations that go on in there as well. All right, Bob Harris, you are up. Best pick of the draft, worst pick of the draft, and tell us the most important thing you're working on.
I think the best pick of the draft might end up being Devon Achane. He's averaging over 23 points per game in the game since Tua returned. That's like getting Christian McCaffrey, and the tail end of the first round is great. I also like Malik Neighbors. I like the Malik Neighbors pick more than Scott. I think it's
Thank you,
risky.
Bob.
Well, I think Scott is 100% correct. And by the way, I love Scott's work. He's fantastic. I love it. Man, catch all this stuff. But I think it's super risky. But I think, with calling teams soft, all things, but mostly I like proof of my theory that horrible quarterbacking doesn't destroy great wide receivers. Worst pick of this draft is Kevontae Turpin. What were you thinking, Soslowski? And it's not really, but I just wanted to pick on you.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, it very well could be. It's very, as you well know, Bob, hosting and drafting, it's a tough, even in something as like low pressure as this. So, and Bob, what's the most important thing you want everyone to pay attention to that you're working on? Millions of projects from here to the end.
I do anything very important. So just catch me on Sirius or check me out at footballguys.com.
Yep. I'm late night going to bed. I always flip on Bob when he's with Dempsey, and always fun there to hear you guys mix it up. One of my favorite shows on Sirius.
Thank you.
All right. I'm up here. Best pick of the draft has to be, oh man. I liked the Jaden Reed pick, but that was already said. I'm pissed off I didn't get Tyrone Tracy, so I'll give Scott Connor. I think Tyrone Tracy probably will end up being better than we thought for this. So I'm going to give that as the best pick. And since my worst pick was already taken, I'm going to say Liss waiting for Tommy DeVito when he's probably not even going to he's going to get benched after the first quarter for Drew Lock. Guaranteed 3-point fantasy week. So that'll be my worst pick. And you could just follow on all social media at Alan Soslowski. Right now, I'm not on what's it called? Blue Hair. What's the name of the new one? What's it called?
Blue Sky.
Blue Ski.
Blue Hair is really funny though.
Blue Hair.
That's really good. That's really good.
Blue Cry. I forget what it's called.
It is. That is what it is.
Yeah, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I know it's a nice platform. I've been on there for years. Anyway, just all right. So that's what I got. Jax, you're up.
So I kind of thought that the Rico Dowdle, David Montgomery pick should have definitely been swapped. Me personally, now of course that's going to be completely wrong, but I think David Montgomery's going to play. So it was one of my best picks was that David Montgomery pick. I was actually shocked that Jared passed on Tracy and Montgomery to go Dowdle. Could end up being a really great pick. But those two were interesting. My worst pick for me was Slayton. It's just one of those process things. I was so tanked on it, and actually, what I should have done is I really bet against myself because I already had the Cowboys D. I should have went with either Sanders or McManus as a kicker and taken Tolbert on the way back with touchdown upside. So just sort of whenever you look at the process of what you're doing and you just realize it's not even the player, it's usually the process. So there it is.
Fair analysis right there. And Jax, what do you want people to pay attention to? Your podcast that you do every week. I always like it because it's talking how like real people talk about football, not, use some under the hood metrics, but it's good dynasty conversation that I always listen to. So what do you want people to be pointed to right now?
That's it, man. I mean, the stuff, my stuff is the undrafted, the podcast. And I think most of you guys have been on it, although I would love to get Bob Harris on. So that's the next one. I got to reach out to you, Bob. I know it's busy during the season. So whenever you have time, I'd love to have you on. And then, obviously everything at the Undroppables, the team specific stuff is something we're real proud of. It's just really cool. It's growing, but ultimately we have a podcast and video, stuff on every team. So just different content creators around the space doing team specific stuff. It's really fun stuff. So
Bob, I'm sorry, Jack's railroaded you on the podcast live, made you say yes. Sorry about that.
No, anytime.
I can say no.
I won't go on anything.
Yeah.
As evidenced by your decision.
Yeah. Chris Liss, best pick, worst pick, and we'll plug, and then we'll close this out, guys.
Yeah, so you just took my best pick. I thought Montgomery was the best pick, and in fact, I was like searching for him. I knew it wasn't going to make it back, but I that was had I been picking in the middle, I would have definitely taken him. I think Jordan Love was the worst pick, Alan. I'm sorry to say. I just don't think you should have taken a QB first. Now, if you're right about DeVito, then that's bad. But I think all the QBs, they could get a touchdown or two and 200 yards, and it's kind of to get him last is a lot better. So I will go Love with my worst pick. And I just have realmansports.com. If you're interested, check it out.
Yep. The Chris Liss podcast for non-sports stuff and Real Man Sports podcast, which I do with Chris every week. Definitely it's I'm the best part of that show. Right, Liss?
By far.
Yep. All right, guys. I told you I'd get you out of here in 35 minutes. So we did it. And we'll see everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. And you will, by the way, the reason I collect all the money up front is because you will get paid that night. That's the best part. Bob, you could attest to this?
I can.
Yep. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. And
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy